Hello, Salemites. Welcome to your daily dose of Days TV. Gonna give you your recaps for Days of Our Lives for today, Wednesday, January the 4th. I apologize for the other day when I said it was January the 2nd and December the 2nd. I put a little comment under that video. Okay, so today, Rafe gets his divorce papers. Now, by getting his divorce papers, what I mean is he already had his lawyer send Nicole the divorce papers. She signed them, and he got them back today. So he got his divorce papers back today. He was feeling a kind of a little down. Jada was asking him, "Are you regretting it, this or that?" And he's like, "No." He said, "But at some point, you look at yourself and think, what's wrong with me that I can't have a marriage that lasts and stuff." And then when she's found out, he's been married and divorced 4 times. Excuse me, poor Rafe, he really needs a good gal. And I think Jada's just that gal for him. She's a good gal. She don't want none of that nonsense. Maybe she could be his new love interest. It seems to be me that's the way that's going. But, we'll see. She told her, you can't blame yourself for this. And he said, "But at what point do I start looking at myself?" Which is true. But, Ava Vitale was his girlfriend. And Nicole Walker, I mean, come on, Rafe. You're a detective. I mean, why would you want to hook up with with a mafia princess? And Nicole, who's, my God, she's been married more times than you. And yeah. So, it's not Rafe's fault, but he's feeling a little down and out. Sarah is still reeling from everything with Xander as he's laying on the floor in his hotel room, just passed out because I guess he couldn't sleep in the same bed with her. Well, that's not going to be a problem because she's moving out. So, yesterday she told Maggie that she's going to have to divorce him, and she had another talk with Maggie again today, and Maggie says, "I just don't want you to do something you're going to regret." And she said, "Mom, I'm not like you. He kidnapped 2 women, one which is dead. I can't, what kind of person would I be? I just can't." And Maggie says, "But you still love him." Well, of course she still loves him. She just found this out 2 days ago. I mean, it's hard just to stop loving somebody like that. Even the worst things they do to you, I don't think you can stop loving someone that you really love just that quick. I don't think it happens like that. Not even in soap operas. Leo, he is running like his butt's on fire to get to Gwenny to let her know that the whole Kittyucks clan is moving up on her. And they're trying to figure out who Xander's accomplice was, and they think it's Gwen. So he rushes over there to tell her. She don't want to hear it. She's trying to push him out the door. She slams his foot in the door. Well, then she lets him in since she hurt him, and she ended up telling him, well, at least the good news is Sarah didn't tell the police. She hasn't told anyone. And he said, "That's what I'm here to tell you. She's telling everyone." And she thinks that you were his accomplice. You were the clown. So they're both panicking, and they hear what? A knock at the door. Who's at the door? Rafester and his little sidekick, Jada. They make a good team, by the way, on top of, I think they'd be a great couple. They come in, and they just want to question Gwen, and Rafe's trying to tell Gwen, he's like, we already know you helped him with the rednecks and fake everything. And she said, "I don't know anything about the kidnapping." And he said, "Well, we already know that you were his accomplice, so, if there's anything you want to tell us, it seems a shame for you to have to go down for something he did when you really had nothing to do with it." And she said, "Sorry, I'd love to help, but I don't know a thing." So, he said, "Well, I was just going to say probably something could be worked out." And Leo's like, "Something could be worked out?" So Leo's all interested in it since he is the one that paraded around as the fake clown for $300. Man, I would have charged her like $3,000 or something for that crap. You're gonna lose your freedom and go to jail. That's like a felony, man. So she couldn't help him. They end up leaving. Okay, so Bonnie and Justin have the unfortunate task of breaking it to Maggie, like we saw yesterday, about Xander. And they tell her that they've already went to the police and tried to file charges on him, trying to get a case together against him. Prior to that, that's where they went, was the police station. And Rafe and Jada had to tell them that we can't just go arrest him. We have to have some concrete evidence. Right now, it's just a conversation that you overheard. He can deny that. I mean, we need to build a case, and we've got to have some people helping us. So that's what prompted them to go talk to Gwen, and Leo just happened to be there. So Maggie was upset, and Bonnie said, I'm sorry, Maggie, I know he's your son-in-law. And she said, he is my son-in-law, and I care very much for him, but he's going to have to face the music, for what he's done. And Sarah's talking about divorcing him, and this is very upsetting to Maggie for some reason. I guess because she's been able to overcome lots of the sneaky, backstabbing, evil things that Victor has done, and believed him to be a better man. So, she believes in Sarah and Xander. It's really, I hate to see it, really, man. And I didn't really particularly like Xander. I didn't like the character. Wasn't crazy about the guy that plays him, Paul Tefler, or whatever his name is. And that's just because he came across in like one of them short little skits they do over there about something, little interviews with each other or whatever. And he seemed kind of stupid, and I thought he's stupid in real life and he's stupid in the character. How can that be? But I've seen some videos since then, and he just looks like a cute little boy almost. Since I'm old enough to be all of their mother, I look at them all like I could be your mother. And he just looks like a little boy, just... Of course, he's not. He's a grown man, but, what was I saying? So, I feel sorry for Xander because he's laying there on the floor. Gwen goes to rile him up, and she wants to let him know what's going on. And he's all, I'm going to get up. I'm a loser. I don't deserve this or that. And she has to go over and give him a pep talk. And tell him how, he does deserve to be happy. And, he was in a desperate situation, and he was. But he made such a bad decision there. Justin and Bonnie, they went to see Xander yesterday. Bonnie punched him in the stomach. A pretty good punch from what we could tell. And they were demanding to know who his accomplice was. But he assured them it wasn't Gwenny, but... That's what they went to the police with right after they left Xander. Okay, so Stephanie, she overhears Alex giving poor little Chad the 3rd degree, and so after Chad goes back down to the ice skating ring with the kids, she's telling him, like what we seen her leave with yesterday, is, what in the heck do you think you're doing? Except she didn't say heck. And she really put him in his place today, telling him, you don't get to pick who I'm friends with. I'm not a piece of property. You don't control me like that. And he was like, you're right, I'm sorry. But he didn't say he was sorry till he put up a little fight. He thinks that Chad is manipulating her and using all this family stuff just to get her closer. And if Chad is doing that, it's probably, subconsciously. He does have feelings for Stephanie, but he doesn't want to give her false hope because he is still grieving Abigail, who already gave him the go-ahead. Go on, yeah, have some fun. So, he was accusing Chad of making Stephanie spend family time with him. And Chad and Stephanie both. Like Stephanie was telling Alex, she's like, they are my family. Abigail was my cousin. These are her kids. If I can do anything to make them a little bit happy or have a good day, I'm going to do it. And he's like, I know it's about the kids, but I think Chad's just, manipulating me? Using the kids to reel me in? Well, I wouldn't put it in those words. Well, you didn't put it in any other words, so, I was liking Alex, and now I'm not starting to like him. I don't like this controlling business that he's got going on over Stephanie. She's perfectly loyal and stuff. I think there are some feelings between Stephanie and Chad. Kind of like Eric and Nicole, they're going to pretend they don't exist. We know how that turned out, don't we? So, I think that's about it for Wednesday. How many minutes? 11 minutes. That's not too bad. So, I can't think of anything else. That's it. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. I'm working on my Days of Our Lives different collections of bracelets where I'm going to be giving away to subscribers, along with some other stuff when my people find me over here. It's not any fun to do things when you've only got like 20 to 50 people. It's good for those 20 to 50 people because they have a better chance of winning stuff. But anyway, subscribe. I'm going to make a video just for my subscribers with a lot more details. So you all have a great day, and I will see you in Salem. And that is all for today. Wait a minute. Today's Thursday, isn't it? No, today's Wednesday. Okay, now I know what day it is.